where he places his stick down between the ball down between the sticks, and they pick it back up. Nope, they said that he picked it back up. They go all the way straight down. Burton going inside. Wake's taking a hard shot right from the draw right there. And the coaching staff for the Burrards are questioning that call right off the draw. Wide open going home free. Conway's having a discussion with Sigliano behind the play. Burton goes back out center. Floyd, 5 seconds. The coaching staff were calling that because they felt they should have given the ball back to him at center and not 30 feet forward into the Burrards' half of the floor. Coaching staff still having a bit of a discussion, a question on that one, but not going to happen right now. We have a 4-3 game, 5 seconds into the second period. Conway has the ball. Conway holds on this one. Waits, looks, gives it all the way back around. Conway takes his time to Dutch. Dutch looks. Small is all the way over on the far right side. Dutch comes down the left side. Dutch takes his time. Conway's wide open. Gives it all the way back around, out to the middle. Out of the reach of Small. He couldn't get it. Now we go back up the floor. Barker comes straight down on the right side. Barker inside. Hammers it right on goal. Scores! Nice shot. Good way to rebound that one. 30 seconds after the Shamrocks come down and get number 3, the Burrards manage to come back. Owen Barker gets goal number 5 to put them up by 2. Back out center floor once again. They're going to put their sticks all the way back down. Referee makes sure it's done proper this time. Michaud took the draw that time against Burton. Burton got it away from him. Now Burton gives it a one-hopper all the way over to Lum on the far left side, right against the wall. Lum holds onto it. Walks his way off of the wall. Back out to Reese Dutch. Dutch gives it back over to Small. Small comes off of the wall. Wardle runs the pick. Dutch takes a shot. Looks, that was Small that scored. And Small, give and go right there. So another quick goal. 16 seconds later, so we're back. A 1-goal game. Shot number 17, the Shamrocks put one more on the board, making it 5-4. Burton comes back out. Barker is having a discussion with Porter at center before Porter puts his stick down. Now he puts the stick down, waiting for the ball to be whistled in and put in place. Yeager picks it up, takes a bump off of the ball by Porter. Porter couldn't get control of it. Shoot holds onto it. Throws it all the way over on the far right side, this time to Yeager, and Yeager dumps it all the way over in front of his own players' bench, straight up the floor to Conway, and Conway managed to come down. Looks, changed his mind, was going to give it to Dutch, but passed it out in front of him. Dutch couldn't pick this one back up after he reached for it. Now we'll go back up floor the other way. Good play for Reed. Reed comes down. Barker's with him. Reed going in, far right side, going inside. Nice shot. Mallory scores. Trading goals once again. You talk about having a barrage of goals in the first part of the second period. This is like opening up the floodgates. A nightmare for the goaltenders. They're going to go, what are we doing? 6-4, a 2-goal difference again. So they're waiting. Going to have a goaltender change right now for Victoria. At least that's what they're indicating. I'm looking over on the far side. Hagedorn is set to come on. I'm looking. Hagedorn had to get his equipment. He was at the bench. Now he just walked down the hall to get his equipment. He's coming back on the floor. A lot of time for the coaching staff. This is just a little bit of a mindset. They want to give one of the goaltenders that started a little bit of rest. Nothing disrespectful for the goaltenders. Goaltenders, and I've got a few in the family, so you understand how goaltenders think. Different mindset. You've just got to cool them down. Cool, calm, and collected. The 3 C's that people always tell you about. Back out. Craig Baldridge goes back to center floor. He's putting his stick down. Puts the ball down between the sticks right there. Porter couldn't get it. Burton picks this one back up again. He goes straight down the floor. Takes a shot. High over top of the glass. Well played. That goes all the way back down. Far left side this time. Holding on it. Breber has it. Breber takes his time. Walked into the center part of the floor. Now we're going to substitute goaltenders again. And the goaltenders change back again this time. So we have it back. And Adam Shute goes back in the net once again. Dutch goes down, left side, going in, takes a sub shot, picked back up over on the far left side this time. Porter has control, throws it straight up past Michaud, and he couldn't put his stick on it. Intercepted by Yeager. He gives it to Dutch in front of the penalty box. Dutch will go down the left side. 18 minutes remaining in this second period of play. Dutch takes his time, walks his way in like he's shopping at the meat department in the local Safeway store over on the island. Back down, far side, coming off of the wall. Small has control of it. Gets around, going in, gets past Michaud. Gets the ball easily left for Sigliano, and he dumps it straight up the middle to Miller, and Miller goes straight down. Clay Miller comes over on the right side. Last time his parents were in town, had a nice little conversation with him up in the restaurant upstairs. Back down to Lowen. Lowen goes inside. Taylor has the ball. Taylor comes off of the wall, this time over on the right side. Taylor goes in the middle. Nice play. Lowen goes in, goes upstairs, takes the shot, but it was off of the back wall. Shoot had the far or the top side all covered. Too many players on the floor, they indicated. They said that there was too many players coming on the floor, and the one they indicated was Wardle. So they give the ball all the way back down. Barker has the ball. Giving it back to Taylor. Taylor walks his way in this time from center floor. Taylor holds onto it. Yeager stays with him. Lowen gets it there from Barker. Lowen comes inside. What's he going to do? Goes to the middle. Takes a shot. Scores! Nice play. Nice setup by Barker as he just give that real quick dish-off pass back to him, and he just runs this one right in, putting him up by 3. And this crowd, they are electric. They know what's going on. Coaching staff for Victoria, Bob Hayes, Art Webster, Dave Loden, as well. Terry Dennett looking, having words with the players on the bench. Far left side, Breber comes in, takes a shot, scores! And we trade goals again. As if we haven't had enough, there are more to follow. Back out the center floor we go once again. We mentioned about how explosive the shots were. Shamrocks never say never. They're trailing by 2. They know they've got their work cut out for them. Back down. They know they've also got fans supporting them and cheering them back at home over in Victoria. Far side. Porter picks the ball up. Porter looks, throws it all the way back in his own half of the floor. Nice play to give it back around this time. He give it to Davis. Looks, Davis gets it back. He comes all the way straight up the floor. Taylor is wide open. Couldn't get it to him. Taylor goes in. Breber stays with his men, as does Langwa. Neither one going to get it. Back around to Taylor on the far left side this time. Coming inside. Nice shot. Taken off of the ball. Well played. Kenny took his man off of the ball this time, and they give the ball back. Goodwin pushes. They're going to give the ball back. Craig Baldridge, Nick Thomas, the 2 referees. They both switch sides, then went back to the original one. Taylor comes inside, back to Goodwin. Goodwin hammers it right on goal, and that's stopped by Shoot. Goodwin couldn't pick it back up. A long pass to McCullough at center floor. He goes straight down over on the left side. McCullough comes in, looks, giving it back to Conway. Misplayed it. Lum goes after that one. Couldn't grab this one. Waits, pushed off of the ball, easily played. Everybody's in there. A little bit of scrum ensuing on the far side. They pushed it. Referee gives a whistle now, and they're going to give the ball back. I believe they're going to give it to the Victoria. The Shamrocks will get possession once the referee says we're ready. Everybody backs off substantial distance for the referee's liking. McLeod stays with his men. Conway has the ball. Conway throws it all the way back out to Small. Back to Dutch. Dutch is on the left side. Lum is in there. Dutch now goes to the middle. Overhand shot. Hammers it right on goal. Dutch challenges for it. Tried to pick the rebound up, but to no avail. Michaud goes after it. Couldn't get it. Barker comes all the way straight down the right side. Barker goes inside. Going upstairs. Takes the shot. Huge shot taken right there, and Shoot stopped that one. But what a nice play by Barker to get that shot on goal. McLeod holds on to that. McLeod looks, waits, gives it all the way back. McIntosh threw it over to Natilla on the right side. Natilla gives it all the way back to McIntosh. Goes down on the left side this time. McIntosh comes in, takes a howitzer off of the back wall. Lowen couldn't pick it back up. And they're going to chase it all the way back now. I think Sigliano is going to pick it up himself. He comes out of the net over on the right side by about 30 feet to pick the ball up this time. 15-15 remaining in this second period of play. 7-5, the Burrards up. Straight up the middle. Yeager has the ball up the center floor. Yeager to Dutch. Dutch goes straight down. Yeager's off on a change. Dutch is down the left side trying to get it back around, and everybody was covered on that play. Couldn't get it to anybody. Small back to Dutch. Dutch goes in, takes a huge shot. Now it bounces all the way back, and we have a foot race ensuing, and Reed's going to chase it all the way back down. Reed going inside. Knocks his man off of the ball. No call of the play. Everybody's questioning. The mask is off. The helmet's off, and play carries continue. No call. The play is down. And they still have the ball. The referee is over having a bit of a discussion. Did we blow the whistle or not? They're looking right there. They're not sure what's going on, but we are going to have a discussion. He come in, Shoot got run over like a Mack truck, ran over a Volkswagen up over the Malahat, and that did not happen. The Shamrocks bench exploded. Captain Small is having a discussion with the referee. Neither referee put their arm up on the call. The coaching staff for Victoria want an explanation over on the far side, not as to much what happened, but why there was no penalty call. That's the biggest thing the coaching staff want to know right now is why was there no penalty called on that play right there when Schutt got run over inside the corner. Referee Nick Thomas giving an explanation, not only just to one coaching staff for Victoria, but also the coaching staff for the Burrards as well. Rob Williams, the coaching staff, head coach for the Burrards. Rob Dalzell. Tyler Codron, the coaching staff, the alternate coaches or assistant coaches for the Burrards. Looking over the far side, Rob Williams telling his boys, just settle down, guys. Just settle down and relax. They were questioning probably about the 30-second shot clock. The 30-second shot clock showing at 0 right now. Now it's back and it's operational. Back out to center floor. Davis has the ball. Davis goes straight down, this time over on the left side. Davis walks his way in. Looks after he passed it back to Mallory. Mallory goes inside. McIntosh got the shot away. Nice stop by Schutt once again. They dump it all the way up to McCullough at center floor, and he goes straight down the left side. McCullough comes in, trying to get it back on the far side to no avail. They go all the way up to Miller on the far side. Miller comes in, going in, stops, goes to the far side. Pass this one back up to Mallory. McLeod is in there. He couldn't get it. Coming inside, he takes his man off of the ball. Nice play as McLeod ran the pick right there, undetected. Now they go straight down. Lowen takes his time. He's over on the far right side. Comes off of the wall by 30 feet. Right in the middle, takes a shot. Huge shot. Stopped by Schutt. Schutt looks, he wasn't sure where the ball was, and finally he managed to pick this one back up and gives it over to Yeager on the right side. Kenny was there, changed his mind. Kenny didn't want it. Conway gets it after he got it. A little bit of a dish pass from Yeager. Straight down over on the far left side. Coming inside. Small comes inside, taking a shot off of the back wall. Look, they're giving it back around right now. Nope, they're undecided. Referees are waiting right there. They give the ball back. In this case, Lowen had the ball, but the referee said, nope, we're going to wait and pass it all the way back down. Referee indicates we're ready after Dutch got it from Lum. Referee was directing traffic like he was at 49th and Fraser on that play right there. Straight down, going back down, cutting inside. Conway gives it over, a one-hopper. Over on the far side, gives it nice play to Small. Captain Small goes in, takes a sub shot. Picked back up by Sigliano, and he takes a long lead pass all the way up to Lowen, who reaches up and grabs that one. Lowen inside, going inside. Gets the back shot over the shoulder. Inside, got the shot on goal. Davis comes inside. He's trying to take his man off of the ball, and that's followed up by Fagan as Fagan comes inside and throws it straight up the right side. Nice play to dish it straight up the middle that time. All the way up to Kenny, and Kenny goes down. Kenny dishes it inside the corner, this time over on the far right side. Back to Captain Small. Small is out there. King is calling for it, and King gets it. Back over to Small. Small takes a shot. Stopped by Sigliano. Waits, looks, holding on to this one. Michaud breaks up the right side. All the way up the center floor, then decided he didn't want the ball. Reed is down there. Porter back over on the far right side to Taylor. Taylor goes down. Delayed penalty coming up against Victoria once again as Taylor has the ball. Sigliano is out of the net for the extra attacker. 12:20 remaining. Second period. Burrards up 7-5. Shots 32-20. They're pressing. They get all the way back to Taylor. Davis cuts in. Far right side going in. Mallory takes a shot. Missed that one, and we have a slashing penalty called. And now we have another penalty. I believe the Shamrocks are going to get two penalties. One for the slash and one that was called after the whistle went and the 30-second shot clock had transpired and gone. So not only are the Shamrocks trailing, Langlois gets a minor for slashing, and the Shamrocks have found themselves in penalty trouble. A roughing. Burton in the box for roughing. Langlois in the box for the slash. So we have a 5-on-3 situation. We had mentioned earlier on, not just in this broadcast, but previous ones, how discipline plays such an important key role. All the way back. Straight down to Mallory. Mallory waits, looks. Taylor is wide open. Taylor comes inside. Throws it on the right side to Lowen. He couldn't get the shot away. Back to Taylor. Taylor is there. Takes a shot. Scores! They get one on the board. And that will be a power play goal. So Langlois should be the one that comes out of the box and not Burton. And the only reason I say that is Burton was the first one that was assessed the penalty. Or pardon me, Langlois. So we'll see what the referees do if there's a change. Straight down, Langlois telling the referees that he's clearly off his Christmas card list. He's not going to get his present. Waits, looks, gets it back right now. It's not even going to be gift wrapped. Back over, Yeager and Porter had themselves all tied up at center floor. Both of them decided to change their mind. Yeager goes back inside. Burton's back on the floor. Back over to Mallory. Mallory waits. He gives it back over far side to Davis. Davis was calling for it. Davis gets it back. Back to Taylor. Give and go. Mallory, far right side. Coming inside. They're going to give it back over this time. Lowen gets the shot. Hammers it off of the back wall. Picked back up. Minute 15 left in the power play for the Burrards. They're leading by 3, 8-5. Back over to Taylor. Taylor goes down. Davis goes to the net. Coming inside. Mallory passed it back over instead of taking the shot. Now Mallory will give it back to Taylor. Mallory goes into the front part of the net. Couldn't get the shot away. They're blocking it. McIntosh is out there. He failed to pick it up. And the Shamrocks will come all the way straight up the center floor. Harnett has the ball. He goes in. Picks up speed. Gets away from Porter. Staying with him. Still in control of the ball. The shot clock does not go. And if you're a lacrosse aficionado, you should understand that. Dutch goes in, takes a shot, stopped by Sigliano, holds on to it, got it with his right foot and stopped that one, kicked it out, and they hold on to it. 34 seconds remaining in the power play for the Burrards as they come straight down. Waits, Taylor is over on the right side, Davis was there, Harnett stays with his man, give and go. Back around again, coming off of the back wall, centering pass, takes a shot, scores! Another goal for the Burrards. Put them up by 4, and Langlois comes out and has some illustrious words of wisdom to the referees. And if the referees haven't heard him before, well, school starts on Tuesday. They can go back. 10.5 remaining. Second period of play. The Burrards leading by 4 goals. 2 power play goals. Shots 35-21. From the draw at center, they put their sticks down, picked back up. Burton intercepted this one. Burton gives it back to McCullough at center floor. McCullough dishes it back over far left side to Breber. Breber comes off of the wall, this time on the far left side. He lobs it off to Dutch. Dutch comes straight down. He cuts inside. Also coming inside trying to get control of the ball right there was Higgs, but they didn't see him to give him the ball back. Small goes after it. Porter chases it, but it goes up and bounces out of play. So you get the ball back down to Porter, and this time it's number 19, Colton Porter. Zach is number 32. Straight up the mid part of the floor. Michaud has the ball. Easily a little bit of a lob pass right there. Straight down over on the right side to Lowen. Lowen comes in, picks up speed, waits, looks, dishes it back off. Goodwin goes inside. He waits for the pass. Symes takes a shot off of the back wall. Picked back up easily right there by Shute, and Adam Shute takes his time to give it straight up to Kenny at center floor. Kenny goes down on the left side, holding on to this one. Back out to Goodwin or to Conway in the left part of the floor. Kenny goes off on a change. Fresh legs back on. King is back out on the floor right now. Higgs comes out. He picks it up off of the back wall. Waits holding on to this one. DJ Sari stays with him. Not going to let him get the shot away. Taking the shot. Called him for the crease violation. Now we have pushing and suing in front. Reed mixes it up in front with Conway. The referee is talking to both of them. Telling them behave. Be good boys. You never really know what's going to transpire. Quick change for both teams. McLeod throws it all the way back out to the center part of the floor. 9:20 remaining. Second period of play. Taylor comes down. Over on the right side. Taylor goes in. Back over. Lowen got the shot away, and that was easily stopped right there by Shute, and Shute holds onto it. Gives it straight up to McCullough over on the left side this time, and McCullough goes straight down the floor. He stops. Waits. Looks. Dutch was calling for it. They finally saw him and heard him, so they give it a one-hopper over to Dutch, and Dutch goes straight down the left wall. Lum comes inside. Dutch comes off of the wall by 30 feet. Back over to Small. Waits, looks, Wardle takes a pick, runs him off of the ball, takes the shot right there. Penalty coming up. This time it's going against the Burrards, and it's called by the official back out at center floor. I think that was an interference call. We'll see what the referee calls. Lum goes after it. A little bit of chopping motion ensuing. I'm watching the referee for the signal. We have a check from behind called by the referee all the way back at center floor. So this will put the Victoria Shamrocks on the power play. 8:38 remaining in the second period of play. 9-5 in favor of the hometown favorite, the Maple Ridge Burrards. And again, pretty much a sold-out crowd on hand to take this game in tonight. I'm looking both left and right and across in front of me. And man, oh man, this place is pretty much standing room only for game number 6. And if this goes game 7, I can only imagine back over in the Q Center in Victoria, because Teddy, you'll have your hands full. That'll be a good call to have. Back out to Dutch at center floor. Dutch gets it back. Give and go right there. Wardle called for it. Dutch given over. Far side. Couldn't pick the ball back up. Lum chases it inside the corner. Pushed off of the ball. Easily played. Staying with him. Porter pins against him. They're stuck like crazy glue off of the back wall. They lost it. Picked back up by Sigliano, and he throws it all the way up the center floor on a one-hopper. They come straight down. Michaud has it. Michaud throws it all the way over. Did they have too many? Nope. Victoria was calling for too many players on the floor right there. Both the referees were shaking their heads saying not going to happen that time. Holding on to it. They're coming straight down over on the right side. Looks, McIntosh dishes it. Nice little quick one-timer over on the far side. Breber stays with McIntosh. Jaeger comes in, trying to get it back into McIntosh. Out of his reach. Inside. Schutt goes after it. He couldn't pick this one back up. And the Burrards maintain possession. Goodwin's in the mid part of the floor. Garwin's with him. McIntosh has it. He gives it a one-hopper. Taylor couldn't pick it up. Goodwin goes after it. Schutt intercepts this one instead, and he just gives it back all the way over on the right side to Garland. Garland coming up to the mid part of the floor. Breber, who's waiting for it, changed his mind. Give and go. Not going to happen that way, and waiting for it as Conway has the ball. He goes straight down the left side. Lum is out there as well. Dutch, far side to Small. Back to Dutch. Back over. Conway takes a shot. Scores. Gets one in. Tic-tac-toe. That's Conway, Dutch, and captain once again, Corey Small. They get one more on the board. No mistake in that one. And that puts them within 3. 7:14 remaining in this second period. Welcome to the game. Name number 6 from the Cam Neely Arena. Hope everyone's enjoying the broadcast. Lacrosse WAL action at its finest. Gets down to a season. Will it end tonight, or will it go 7 in Victoria on Sunday night at 6 at the Q Center? That remains to be seen. Waits. Barker goes after this one. Couldn't pick it up. Lost it right there. Burton goes after it. He failed to pick it back up. Solid hit. Porter gets pushed off of the ball easily by Wardle, and Wardle continues to chase it down. Give it interference on the pick play right there, and now they give the ball back to the Burrards. Wardle stays with his man inside the corner, not going to let him get it. They give it over to Reed on the right side of the one-hopper. Reed comes up, straight up the mid part of the floor. Lowen goes down, over on the right side this time. Nice play for Lowen to cut his way in. Now goes out to the middle, going inside, takes an overhand shot. Huge stop by Adam Schutt, and he made that save look relatively easy. That's why he's the goalie, and I'm not. I'm up here, he's down there. I'd rather have it that way, too. Back over to Taylor. Taylor over on the far side, coming back the middle part of the floor. Mallory takes a shot off of the back wall. They're going to chase it all the way back down. Who's going to get the better part of this one? And Langlois is going to chase it back down to no avail. Sigliano comes out of his net, stops it, has to move to get out of the referee's way. No call on the pick on the other way. Back down the other way. Straight down. Shot clock's not working. Now they get the shot clock going. 6:05 remaining in this second period of play. A one-hopper up to Conway at center floor from Jaeger. Jaeger goes down. Dutch in the middle part of the floor, holding onto this one. Conway throws it all the way back over. Higgs takes a shot. Rebound. Picked back up. Nice play to pick it up from behind the net. Good foot race to get out of their own half of the floor, and Porter maintains his speed. Straight up. Mortar is there. Michaud's there. And I think we're going to have a pair of penalties this time. Both of them were talking to each other and wishing each other a Merry Christmas. And they're both going to go over and sit down for a pair of minor penalties, both for roughing. Referee is saying, no, sir, you're not going to do that. That's Nate Thomas made that call. They're both going over. They're chirping each other behind the play. And they're going over. They're both going to sit in the penalty box. They open the doors. Miller and Conway, they're both in the penalty box. So Conway is teaching Miller some new language. And if you're an official, you know it. The third language, or one of the extra languages you learn when you're official, is profanity. Straight down the far side. They were just wishing each other a nice ferry trip back home, I think. And I hope they enjoyed their day, their long weekend. Goodwin comes inside. Natilla takes his man off of the ball. Goodwin lost it. Does he pick it up? No. Couldn't pick it back up. Now he chases it to center floor and stops. Gets away from the referee. Jaeger stays with Goodwin. Goodwin throws it back over to Natilla. Takes a shot. Nice stop right there by Schutt. Natilla takes his man off of the ball. Mallory comes inside. Burton just dumps it all the way back down inside the corner to Jaeger. And Jaeger comes out of his own half of the floor. Natilla and Burton push. The two of them decide to walk away easily. Jaeger has it. Throws it straight up the floor to Reese Dutch. And Dutch comes all the way down to the far left side. 5 minutes remaining. Second period of play. Dutch got the ball from Small. Lum is out there. Dutch goes in. Left side. Cuts to the middle. Force wide this time. Back over to Small. Small comes in. Wardle wants it. Couldn't get it. Change his mind. They just take control of it and go back up the floor the other way for the Burrards. Davis, far left side. Reed wanted it. They didn't see him to give him the ball. He was going one way. The ball decided to go one. He went north, the ball went south. Taylor comes inside. McIntosh is out there waiting for it. Couldn't get control of the ball. They're all pushing. McCullough stays with his man. Shot by Taylor off of the back wall once again. Easily picked back up. And Davis goes after it. Davis is out in front of the goal. Couldn't pick it back up. McCullough is taken off the ball by Davis. Interference. That was too obvious, so the referee just leaves it. Gives the ball back down to Adam Shute. And Shute gives it all the way up. This time over on the far right side. Up to Taylor Northway. Northway goes off on the change. He decides to go back down. Waits comes in. Wardle has the ball. Higgs comes inside, trying to get it back over to Dutch. Dutch on the far left side this time, holding on to the ball. Couldn't get it. Bit of a pick play all the way back out the center floor, and a couple players fell down in front. Now the referee is in there sorting all the players out, so they both walk away. Slow to get up, but they walk away. Sigliano slow to get up. Him and Dutch were tied up with each other. Now is the first time we're going to get the floor cleaned up in this part of the game right now. We have a high sticking penalty being assessed to the Berards, and this penalty, I believe, is going to Dane Michaud. High sticking minor penalty to Michaud, so Michaud will go in the penalty box right now. So we'll get the floor wiped off down in front of the net in the crease for Frankie Sigliano. And while we're listening in to the announcements being made right now on this day in history and sports, if you're a sports aficionado, just to remember, on this day going back to 1998, Sammy Sosa hit his 56th career home run with the Chicago Cubs. Sammy Sosa, at one point, he actually had a stint with the Vancouver Canadians before moving up to the Major League. And also Jerry Rice, going back on this year in 1998, signed a 6-year deal for $36 million, making him the highest paid athlete at that time in the National Football League. We'll get back because there's a story up, a follow-up bit on that one I want to remind everybody about later on and let you know. Really interesting the way the price of the athletes have gone up. Conway chirping up in the penalty box over on the far side. Not going to get it. Now they go straight down the floor. Porter has the ball. Porter comes down. Miller and Conway, the two of them stand up. The both of them come back on the floor. 5-on-4. A power play right now for the Shamrocks. Berards have the ball. Taylor lobs it back behind him. Nice little bit of a lob back pass right there. Waits, looks, Kenny is outside, taking the shot. Nice shot, and this is picked up by the Shamrocks, and they hold on the ball. Yeager comes up the center floor. He goes down the left side from the middle part this time. 3.5 remaining going in. Small takes a shot. Stop, picked back up all the way out, and they roll it out to center floor like bowling. Up to center floor to Porter, and Porter comes straight down. Killing seconds off of the clock. Porter takes his time. Looks, what's he going to do with it? Gives it back against the wall over on the right side to Taylor. Taylor holds onto it. Trying to get it back. McIntosh is trying to get himself free. Davis couldn't get possession of the ball. They're fighting for it against the corner. They're all pushing at it and chasing it back down. Taylor intercepts this one. He comes off of the ball, had his stick knocked out of his hands, and play carries right on. Everybody was calling for a penalty. Not going to happen. Both referees said no. Davis takes Kenny off of the ball, and it's picked back up behind the play by Fagan. Fagan, a one-hopper, a nice little bounce back out to Conway. Conway's on the floor. 30 seconds remaining in the power play for the Shamrocks. Conway off of the wall. Back out to Reese Dutch in the middle. Back over to Small. Back to Dutch. Dutch looks. Back over to Conway. Far left side. What's he going to do? Gives it back to Small. Back to Dutch. Comes inside. Nice passing play. Wardle goes to the front of the net. Gets a shot. Taking the shot off of the back wall. Wardle at least got the shot away. Now they throw it back inside the corner. And this will be picked out inside the corner to Porter. Colton Porter picks the ball up. Easily passes this one all the way back over on the right side to Davis. Davis takes his time. Gets past Yeager at center. Davis throws it straight in the middle. Mallory is slowing things down. Wants to ref him back. And Michaud's back on the floor. So we're 5-on-5 lacrosse right now. Looks holding on to this one. McIntosh takes his time, walks his way in, gives it over to Goodwin on the far right side. Goodwin comes in, looks, Harnett stays with him, far side, taking the shot off of the back wall. Nobody could pick this one back up, and we are going home free right there. McCullough comes in. McCullum, bit of a stutter step backwards, back over to Small, was out of his reach. Amesbury picks the ball back up. He lobs it all the way over, and this is off the top part of the glass. Bake bounces it all the way back over, almost over him on the far side of the floor, in front of the benches, in front of the Shamrocks bench, but to no avail. Symes, a one-hopper. Out in front, far right side, coming inside. Natilla is going on the far right side. Taylor is out there. Lowen is out there on the far right side. Lowen goes deep towards the back wall this time. Bit of a pushing match ensued. Natilla pushes behind the play. They go back. Everyone's talking. Amesbury comes inside. Breber scores! Nice play, and the Shamrocks caught everybody off guard behind the play as they were pushing behind the play, and one referee was standing right on top of it, and I don't think they expected that long stretch pass to take place because the majority of the people were pretty much focused on the play where everybody was on the floor. 9-7. That's the 25th shot of the game for the Victoria Shamrocks. They score the 7th goal in the game. Burton comes to center floor, places a stick down with Michaud. Burton wins it. Porter picked it back up after it took a strange hop. He flips it all the way back over this time. Nice play to get control of it back. Over to Reed. Reed lobs it back down over on the far left side to McIntosh. McIntosh wanted it back. They give it to Mallory again. We're in the last minute. Holding on to this one. Taylor comes in over on the right side. Taylor dumps it all the way out the far center to McIntosh. McIntosh goes in. Good pass. Gets it back. Davis takes a shot. McIntosh picks it up. Another shot. Deflects up and out of play. Sending the ball back. This time to the Berards inside the corner. Lowen picks the ball up. Back to Taylor. Taylor takes a sub shot. Nice stop right there by Schutt. Kicked that one out with his left leg. And Yeager goes all the way up the center floor. Yeager goes straight down. Far left side. Dutch goes after it. He couldn't pick it back up. Michaud picks it up. Yeager stays with him. They're trying to get control behind the line, and they're holding on to it as they're slow to come up the floor. No urgency in their play right now, and Michaud has it. Gives a one-hopper over on the far side, up and out of play. They just kill the time off right there. I think we've got a timeout called. I'm not sure who. I'm looking at the benches. So timeout Victoria. That would be my guess right now, as both goaltenders going over to their respective benches to get a well-deserved drink. Schutt, Sigliano, both goaltenders. So good time as any. I'd mentioned earlier on about the highest paid athlete, and of course at that time we'd mentioned about the highest paid athlete in the league. That was Jerry Rice with the 49ers, signed a 6-year deal for $36 million. My, oh my, how the game and the prices have ever changed today. Andrew Lick with the Colts signed a 6-year deal worth $140 million, 87 guaranteed. Wilson for the Seahawks signed a 4-year deal for $87.6 million, and $61,542,000 is a guaranteed salary. When you compare those salaries with the CFL salaries, Travis Lulay, my oh my, is he ever overpaid? $250,000 to play in the CFL. And when Anthony Calvillo was playing with Montreal, his highest paid salary, as is Ricky Ray, $400,000 to play in the CFL. So what a discrepancy in pay between the American League and the NFL. Canadians and the American, a little bit of a difference. Sigliano is having a discussion with the referee right now. Sigliano gets his equipment adjusted. We have 10 seconds remaining in the second period right now. Dutch gets the ball from the referee. He explodes to come all the way up the center floor. He goes down. He knows how much time is left. Dutch back over on the far side. Shot taken by Higgs. They reset the shot clock. Less than 1 second. Back out. Conway gets it. Looks Conway goes inside. The buzzer goes, and Conway gives a little bit of a face wash to Porter. And Porter and Conway, the two of them discussing each other as to the way things might unfold. So after 2 periods of play, it's funny, Conway's looking over, just putting his hand out saying, you're just a short little person. That's what he was implying. So after 2 periods of play, we have a 9-7 score. And the 9-7 score, I tell you, what an interesting period.